What up? We back. Told you it was a busy day. It's a busy day of us always recording content. Just coming to you. This story is out of The Athletic as well. Gonna switch lanes. We were just talking about the AFC Championship game this Sunday at 3 o'clock between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Gonna switch lanes here. Gonna go back to the NBA. I know we talked about Adrian Griffin having a fake job and losing his job to the coach that the Milwaukee Bucks always wanted in Doc Rivers. To the victor goes the spoils. This story about Tristan Thompson is unfortunate, and he's been suspended 25 games for violating the NBA's anti-drug program. He got 25 days. Well, he's gone for 25 games without pay for violating the NBA and the National Basketball Players Association anti-drug program. Thompson's suspension will begin Wednesday for Cleveland's game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. He will be eligible to return on March the 16th at Houston. And when people hear anti-drug policy, they think it's going to be hard drugs like cocaine, ecstasy, meth, or something like that. I was the first person to think that too. Turns out he tested positive for, Ibutamoren and SARM LGD-4300, according to the league. Now, Ibutamoren increases levels of HGH in the body and is popular among bodybuilders. LGD-4033, also known as ligandrol, is the same substance that resulted in Joakim Noah's suspension by the NBA in 2017. So it's not hard drugs. It's not hard drugs. Has nothing to do with cocaine, has nothing to do with speed, has nothing to do with uppers, downers, quaaludes, has nothing to do with meth, has nothing to do with any street drugs. He's using performance enhancing drugs. And we'll get into what these drugs do in your body when we come back from a quick 20-second break from another unofficial sponsor of the show. Yes, Roast the Host, going down May the 10th of this year. It is our inaugural live show that we're going to open up the lines. Now, 3 ways to get into Roast the Host, which you get to make fun of me. You get to put me down. You have 2 minutes. You have to be a subscriber of the show. Also, you have to have a picture, be a real person. You're going to get the link, and then we bring you on. You'll get to humiliate me, hurt my feelings. A couple of things that's off limits. My wife and kids are off limits. My dad is off limits. My mom is fair game. I'm fair game. So, bring your A game, bring it strong. We will cash app the winner so you can go ahead and get dinner on us or a nice lunch, a decent lunch. All right, so back to Tristan Thompson and what these drugs do in the body. While they both do similar things, each one works a bit differently. Now, when it comes to Ibutamoren, it is not a SARM, which is a selective androgen receptor modulator. Rather, it is a growth hormone, and it is secreted into the body. It works by stimulating the pituitary gland and telling it to increase the production of natural growth hormone within the body. Now, why would he be taking this? He's probably taking this because he's gotten an injury or he's taking punishment and he's trying to live up to the contract. Tristan Thompson is not a young man. And when guys get a little older, and as these players that are coming into the league are younger, stronger, more athletic, it can wear the body down. So I can see why he would be taking some of these drugs. With more growth hormone, from the competitive standpoint, we can see increased muscle mass and improved exercise capacity. So again, he's putting on the muscle to take the punishment. The human body can only take so much abuse. You're going to need to give your muscles a break and not overwork yourself. And you're going to have muscle to take the beating. So again, I can see why he's taking these. What's important when you're looking at these banned substances is how they are used medically. Now, Ibutamoren has been studied for potential medical use in treating conditions like growth hormone deficiency and osteoporosis, but it's not approved by the FDA. Opposed to Ibutamoren, Ligandrol is a SARM. Simply put, SARMs work by going to the androgen receptors in the muscles and bones, attaching hormones to them, which in turn help them grow. So again, he's getting bigger to take the abuse. A lot of times, I think when Michael Jordan had won the first NBA championship when he went against the Los Angeles Lakers, and he was able to mutter out, "Oh, I paid the price." A lot of people was just happy to see Michael Jordan win the NBA finals. When he was telling you he paid the price, Michael Jordan was tired of getting hurt. So he lifted weights and he put on muscle to deal with the abuse that the Detroit Pistons were going to put on him. He put on muscle to deal with the abuse Magic Johnson was going to put on him. That's what he meant by he paid the price. Fast forward 2024, Tristan Thompson is trying to put on muscle, but he's doing it through the anti-drug program, which he violated. You're not going to get me to say anything about this guy. He's innocent, he's being railroaded, because he's not. But he's older. These guys are stronger. These guys are bigger. He needs to compete. He can't compete if he's not on that level. So again, having long popular amongst athletes and bodybuilders, from the SARMs, the LEG 4033, and the Ibutamoren, I mean, I get it. Now, the test is part of the collective bargaining agreement. Players can be randomly tested up to 4 times in the regular season and twice in the off season. Under the new collective bargaining agreement, the suspensions for PED violations, 25 games for the first offense, 55 games for the second offense, and dismissal for the league for the third strike. So there you have it. I mean, that guy wants to stay in the NBA by all means, and guys take shortcuts. He took a shortcut. He took a shortcut to get a paycheck. How do you feel about that? Do you think that Tristan needs a little slack cut? He's not a spring chicken. He's only getting old. I don't know. I think that if you knew the rules and you broke the rules, you deserve the suspension. Whether you wanted to edge, whether you wanted to compete, that's a whole nother set of worms. I don't know. Stick around. Got a couple of more stories. Then we're out. This is Big Vern. I'll talk at you later.